Hey, what's up everybody? I'm Nathan Allotey. Welcome to another episode of Freelance Jumpstart. And in this video, I'm going to talk about 8 ways to validate your business idea. Just to kick things off, a little backstory to what I'm about to talk about. So I was up and running with my business and I had an idea. And I thought the idea was pretty good and it could work. So the idea involved making some pre-made website templates and then charging people just to use the templates, and they get everything. They get the templates, they get the website hosting, they got email, everything, and they just pay a monthly fee. And I thought this would be pretty easy. All I have to do is maintain the website and everything's already there for them. And I thought it was a great idea. So I bought a domain name, spent some time making the templates, also spent some time creating a great page and sales page for the service, and I was ready and up and running. So I wanted to do a little bit of marketing. So I bought some ads on different websites and I put out some different things for marketing, and I waited for people to come. Now people came to the website, but nobody signed up. Like, you could hear crickets. So nobody signed up for the service, and the thing I realized is I had an idea that I thought was so great, but I didn't take the time to validate the idea. So with that being said, I had to learn the hard way. You don't have to learn that way. You can learn from what I'm about to tell you now. Number 1, ask yourself, what problem are you solving? Business is all about solving problems. So if you have an idea and you're thinking it could be a great business, you also have to answer the question, what problem does this idea address? I think back to when iPods first came out, people wanted a way to carry their music with them on more than just one CD. They didn't know how to do it. They didn't walk around with like a big, CD case. How do you do it? iPod. It answers the question of, you have a problem, you want to listen to music, but you don't want to carry CD cases all day. iPod. Number 2, get feedback early. So talk about your idea with other people, talk about it with some trusted friends, and really try to explain your business idea in a clear, concise manner so somebody can get the idea and maybe run with it. But when you're getting feedback, you want 2 types of feedback. You want someone to play the devil's advocate. In other words, somebody who is going to tell you your idea is not all roses and here are some problems or some bad things that can happen if your idea doesn't work. I have a friend named Victor. Victor can sometimes get on my nerves because every time I tell him a new idea, he seems to shoot it down. I don't know about it. I don't know if it's going to work, this, that, or the other. But he's not really being negative. What Victor is trying to say is, Nathan, you're only thinking romantic thoughts about your business idea. You need to think about what happens if the ideal does not work out. And you need someone to play the devil's advocate when you're getting feedback. The other type of person you would be looking for when you're getting feedback for your business idea is somewhat like a hype man. Somebody who's going to listen to your idea and really think and say, that's possible, that's doable. I think if you do A, B, and C, it might be an attainable idea and it might be a great business. So you want someone to give you feedback that you don't want to hear, but you also need somebody to encourage you. 2 types of feedback. Number 3, you want to look for certain trends. I think about what's going on nowadays, and we have social media consultants. What? So what does somebody do? They said, okay, consulting is not new, but social media is new. Since this new trend is social media, they're going to need someone to tell them how to use it. Social media consultant. So look and see if your idea is meeting a certain trend and use that to validate if there is some type of popularity around your business idea. Number 4, you need to identify who your competition is. More than likely, if you have a business idea, there is going to be some competition around that very same idea, or they're going to be somewhat similar to what you're thinking. So there's a place in Houston called Glazed Donuts. Glazed is a gourmet donut shop, so they put a different spin on it. There's still Shipley's Donuts in Houston, Dunkin' Donuts, Krispy Kreme, and then many mom and pop stores that sell donuts, and even the grocery store sells donuts. But what Glazed did is they took the idea of selling a donut and made it an experience and made it unique to only something that they offer, that all these other ones just offer plain donuts. So if you have an idea, there may be competition. but you need to think about, how will I differentiate myself? Number 5, you need to create a prototype or a mini version of your idea. So if your idea is a product, take the time to say, let me distill the product down to its bare bones and produce something that is a working product. Some people know that as an MVP, minimum viable product. So you break your product down to its base parts to get it up and running, and you produce it. If you have an idea that's a service, see if you can break the service down as simply as possible and try to produce just that, so people can get the hang of what your idea is when they see it in action. Number 6, target your idea for a specific person or a specific audience. So with this, I think about diapers.com. When they were first starting up, they asked themselves, there are certain parents who have babies that don't really have the time to go to the grocery store to buy diapers and other baby products because it's inconveniencing. They'd rather sit at home and take care of the baby. What if we provide the products for them and deliver it to their house? That was the idea. And it was only a certain set of people. Not everybody has babies, and not everybody's sitting at home taking care of babies. But they built it for a specific type of person, and there just so happened to be a segment of people that were out there that had the very same problem. So if you want to validate your idea, another good way is just tailoring your idea for a specific type of person. Number 7 is the second most important question you need to ask yourself when you're trying to validate your business idea, and it is simply, do I enjoy the work? So if you have a business idea, great. However, you have to ask yourself, would you be satisfied in doing this particular thing over and over? Because that's what you're going to do when you first get started. You're going to have to work in the business. So you have to be passionate about or enjoy the work to some degree. Otherwise, you're going to move forward with your business idea and you're going to get in there and work in the same thing day after day. You're going to get tired and burnt out. Number 8 is the final point and also the most important question you have to ask yourself when you're trying to validate your business idea. And it is simply, has somebody paid me for the work? Has somebody given me money for this particular task? So when you're trying to build your business up and you have an idea, that's the main determining factor. Even if you build a small product, even if you have an idea, to some degree, you have to get some level of buy-in from people. When I first started and I was doing web design, I wasn't necessarily sure of my skills, but I did a couple projects for myself and it went well. Then it got to the point to where somebody asked me, hey Nathan, I know you do things on the web. I'm willing to pay you. When somebody is willing to pay you and give you money for your services, you're a professional. You're a professional when you get paid for service and skills that you're bringing to the table. So if somebody's willing to pay you, that's how you know this is a valid business idea. Now, scaling the idea, pricing, trying to make it larger, that's another story. But if someone's willing to pay you, you have a great business idea because they're giving you money for it. Those are the 8 ways you can validate your business idea. They've worked well for me and I've learned them the hard way, but I live by these 8 now. Whenever I get a new idea, which is pretty much every day, but whenever I get a new idea, I run it through one of these 8 things just to make sure it's something that's going to work. Those are the 8 ways you can validate your business idea. If you have other ways you use to validate your business idea, I'd love to hear it. Leave a comment below and I would love to hear any other methods that you use. But also, you like this video, give it a thumbs up. I'll make more videos like these. Don't forget to subscribe so you can get more videos like this one every week on Friday. As always, thank you for checking out this video. I greatly appreciate it, and you'll definitely catch me in the next one.